Okay, this last week has been absolute bullshit. Let me explain. So yeah, as you know, I spent like 7 days working at some food production plant. Earned about $2,000 from it from doing very little work, to be honest. Spent quite a lot of the night sleeping in my car and getting paid for it, which was pretty fucking awesome. But yeah, $2,000 in the bank, fantastic stuff. Until... So the car's just cut out on me, which is absolutely fucking brilliant. Driving from Taupo to Rotorua. Get a bunch of lights come on the dash, start losing power, the windscreen wipers are going dead slow. So battery's dead, I reckon it's the alternator, so that will cost me a bit if I get it done at a garage, or maybe I can do it myself if I buy the tools and I need the area to work in. So there was bound to be something that goes wrong with this car. Yeah, that's right, fucking alternator died on me, car had to go into the garage. Not a lot I could do about it, so I kind of just had to bite the bullet, and it ended up costing me $900 to get it fixed. But the problem didn't end there. So obviously, because there was a night that I didn't have the car, that means I had to check into a hostel. The first night was fine, but then that morning, I didn't know I was going to get the car back that day, so I just went ahead and booked another night, thought fuck it, either way it doesn't matter. Then later on in the day, got a call saying that the car was fixed. Went down to pick it up. Okay, I thought it would be hilarious to take a second to run through the tax invoice that I got from the work done on the car. Check fan belt, recommend it gets replaced. This car doesn't have a fan belt, they're electric. Yep, 100% there is no belt driving either of those fans. Let's look through the charges here. Sundry charge, $8. Automotive technician fee, $240. Alternator new, $489. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be around $500. Battery charge, $20. They charge $20 to charge up the battery. So in total, that came to $772.95, and the added GST is $115.94. So the grand total, $888.89. So yeah, that means I had a bad night's sleep. I had to pay an extra like $50 on top of what I paid for the repairs for the car for the room for a couple of nights. And like food, because I didn't have access to the food that was in my car, so that's even more money on top of that. That's like a cake of bullshit right there, covered in a nice layer of bullshit icing. Now for the bullshit cherry to go on top. Yep, that's right, I bought a bike rack for the car. I know what you're thinking, James, you don't have a bike. I do now. Absolute bullshit moment there. Like, just like the day I get it. And the thing is, like, you can't even blame me for that, because when the bike's in the box, the whole back end of the bike is pre-assembled, so the chain's already on it, nothing to do with me. So that means I had to come back into town with the bike, take it into the warehouse where I picked it up from, tell them the chain snapped, I just picked it up yesterday, so tomorrow I should be picking up the bike with the repaired chain and everything, and then hopefully I'll actually be able to go on a proper bike ride. Okay, so there's yet another twist to these exciting series of events. Following on from yesterday when the bike went into the shop because the chain came off, it's still in there at the moment. It's only 11 o'clock though, so I might still get a call about it today, hopefully. But there has been a bit of light, you know, a silver lining to these clouds. I just got off the phone from the agency. They actually have more work for me, finally. It's been like 2 weeks or something since I finished up the Fonterra work, so this is pretty good news, especially after spending $900 fucking on getting a new alternator for the car. Okay, so following on from that last bit, literally that evening I got a phone call from the warehouse saying that my bike had been fixed and it was ready to be picked up. The only problem is, since I got the bike back, it hasn't stopped raining. We did have a short clear period where I managed to get the bike off and just take it for a quick pedal around, just to make sure everything's working properly, you know. It feels good, it feels a lot smoother, so hopefully that's that sorted. I cannot believe how fucking unlucky I am. Like, literally, I get the bike back with the chain fixed, don't ride it for the entire week because it's pissing it down with rain. We get one nice day to take a bike out, and fucking right away the pedal falls off. And I have no idea how the fuck they got it on in the first place. It just doesn't fit back on. I can't even, like, tighten it back down with the bolt or anything. I need to fucking just hammer it on or some shit. Like, it makes me think it must have not been on properly in the first place. Fucking what a piece of shit bike. Yeah, there may be a bit of some odd continuity in this episode. Like, from the last shot, my beard and hair has grown a little bit. That is because this episode and the next 2 episodes have been filmed over the last, like, 9 weeks. So yeah, I spent the last 9 weeks working for this agency, doing some, you know, like, manufacturing jobs. I've only worked 12 days over the last 9 weeks, which is a bit of a nuisance, but luckily they were quite well paying days. So I've made, you know, sort of $2,500, $3,000, which ain't bad. But of course now I've sent off my letter of resignation, and in a week's time I'm going to be getting back to travelling. So of course that means videos are going to be uploaded again. I'm going to be back making the vlogs and everything, which is fantastic. Going to be up for season 2 now. I've tweaked it a bit. I've tried to clean it up a little bit, you know, some of like the little icons and graphics and things like that, make it a bit more, you know, neater. Also sort of change the style of it a little bit. I mean, it's kind of the same format as before. It's just going to look a lot cleaner, a lot tidier, hopefully a lot nicer. I've been playing around with the camera a little bit, trying to make it a bit more cinematic, getting a bit of movement in the camera shots. So I'm really proud of the first episode. I think it looks really good. The thing is, I am hoping to put a bit more effort into them, a bit more time into them. I kind of don't want there to be nothing episodes like the last series was. There was a few episodes of me just like in a spot, not really doing anything. I kind of want to cut down on that and only focus on the more interesting things, or actually do things that are a bit more exciting. So I'm thinking of going back to like the once every 2 week system that I did with the Australian road trip, because that'll hopefully give me a bit more time to actually, you know, go out and do some interesting stuff and film that and have videos that actually have, you know, something entertaining to watch rather than just me in a campsite talking bollocks to a camera for 10 minutes. So yeah, obviously next week the vlog's going to be back up and running. I've got the next 2 episodes already worked out. There's a lot of, you know, bike riding going on, but there's also some really cool stuff in the next episode that I'm really happy about. And yeah, obviously with summer coming round, that's going to be absolutely brilliant, because that's going to put me in a nice spot to actually go and do some awesome stuff. I've got one thing lined up that's definitely happening, and I've got another plan that I want to bring into fulfillment. Don't know how that's going to work out though, but we'll see. Hopefully there'll be some awesome stuff coming up in the future, so, you know, keep an eye out for that. But as I said, it'll probably be bi-weekly again at this point, so, you know, may not be as consistent as before. Yeah, so basically, to round it off, Work's going to be over soon and I'm going to be travelling again. Fantastic stuff. See you in the next video.